Are you tired of your pictures existing only on your Steam library? Do you hate the fact that when you take a picture, you can't see it immediately after you take it? Well, I mean, you can just press Tab, Shift, go into screenshots, and the bottom line is, it's not in-game. And maybe you're a fan of Minecraft. Well, if that's the case, I have the perfect mod for you. My friends, this is Real Camera, a mod that lets you use a camera that lets you print out in physical form a real photograph. So this is what I took in front of me, but as you could probably tell, it doesn't quite look like the thing. But have no fear, because there are a plethora of settings. All you have to do is have the camera equipped. It's going to be in Other and Weapons. Press the R key and you can open up this settings panel that lets you change some of the settings to make it perfect. For one, we can adjust the saturation. Let's go ahead and crank this up. This is going to be the resolution. This is going to determine the clarity and the amount of detail that your picture is going to have. And then we have a scale. This will determine the size of your photograph. Let's go ahead and go with a 90. And then, of course, you can adjust the zoom, which is going to have you zoom in or out. By default, it's pretty zoomed in, so I like to zoom it out a bit. And then you can also choose to make it a square photograph. You'll have these, like, almost Instagram-like lines, kind of guide you into what you want in your frame. Now, I can already hear some of the comments. Necros, this mod's kind of goofy. And it is goofy, but you know what? I freaking love this mod, because it is such an interesting idea. Let's go ahead and take a nice photograph here of this Combine Soldier. I love the printing sounds. And there we have it. We now have our physical photograph that we can display anywhere we want. Now, the creator does not recommend picking up your photograph in this way because I believe every little pixel counts. I knew it, yep. Every little pixel is pretty much a prop. So if you were to pick this up, wait, can we... Okay, he also said not to unfreeze it, but as you can tell, we are doing just fine. However, if your computer is not super powerful, you could run into a few issues here. But hey, we have our photograph, and you know what? It looks pretty good. We have some decent saturation because we did, of course, adjust that in the settings panel. Now, I am going to go back and change it down a bit because it looks a little too saturated, almost akin to that of a cartoon, if you will. But what about the photo scale? Because this seems to be very fun to mess with. Now, this is going to work independently from the resolution, so you'll get a bigger photograph, but the clarity is not going to change. So you might notice that this one is actually going into the ground a little bit. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull it up. Oh, nope, you're not the photograph. All right, so we might have messed up here. I just had it. Oh, no. There we are. Haha, okay, so this is the full-blown photograph in its new scale, and if you couldn't tell, something is definitely different. So because the image was not nearly as close, we lose out on some of the finer details. Now, how do we get an image like this, but the same size as this? Well, that's where we're going to crank this to the absolute maximum. And the creator does not recommend going over 48, but I do not care. We're going to keep the saturation the same. We're going to have our lovely model sit in place, and before we know it, we are in Lag City. As this is being printed, I am now realizing I think I might have made the scale a little too big. I didn't realize that the resolution you choose is also going to determine the size. And for some reason, Gwater 2 is having issues. I don't even know what to say to that, but can we even grab this? Oh my god, okay. Let us see our masterpiece on full display. Would you look at that? You wanna know what I love about this too? It even captures the health bar, which I don't even know how that makes any sense. But there you have it. We have the detail of the small image, although even better because we've cranked the resolution to its highest value. Now the question is, does the photo scale actually affect the lag? Let's go ahead and find out. So we are going to keep the resolution the exact same, but we're going to lower down the scale. And I can already tell you, it's pretty much just as bad. Wait. My photo didn't fully print. We're also getting some really vicious errors. I think we might have had too many pictures on the scene. It won't let me take a picture. Gals and gents, I think it's safe to say we have broke the mod. Although, all we had to do was just die, and we're back in biz. Now we can get a proper appreciation for this amazing photograph. If we don't crash, which crashing is a high likelihood. The creator did mention that. Yeah, that ain't right. Alright, so the detail, pretty impeccable. In fact, I'd say we're getting pretty close to 240p maybe. But as you could probably guess, we can definitely do a lot better. But what if we're tired of taking pictures of other people? What if we want to be the main star of the show? Simply press the right-click key and you will be all set. Now, of course, for this, we are going to want to zoom out a little bit, get that nice fisheye lens, and let's go ahead and take a nice selfie. Oh yeah. So this sounds like it's going to take a while. Now, even with my computer, which is certainly not slow, it's taking a bit. And you can even see the individual props being loaded in. That's why I love this mod so much, because it's such a cool and unique idea, even if it's not the most useful mod, but maybe it is. Again, maybe you like Minecraft style paintings or pictures, and there you go. I look like a blotchy black speck on grass, but that could be seen as art. But what do you guys think down below? Do you think that this camera mod is silly? Or would you actually use this? Because yes, you can use the dupe tool to, well, copy and paste it. In fact, that's what the creator recommends that you do. Because, well, I've mentioned it before, but you really don't want to pick these up with the fizz gun. Remember, you're moving pretty much a massive amount of props. And I mean, look at this. This picture is quite a bit less detailed, and I'm lagging just moving it around. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would also not recommend dropping it, and I would recommend deleting or doing something to get rid of the last photo before you do the next one. I've been talking way too much, guys. It's late. I want to get this video out. Thank you all so much for watching, but I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Links are in the description. Leave a like, subscribe if you want. Use code NECROS94, save 20% off your next G Fuel order. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, farewell.